Although most people have an inherent understanding of speed, specifically the ideas of fast and slow, it can be difficult to define speed without using those words or others like them. Thankfully, the language contained in units of physical speed helps shed light on how we quantify it. For example, the speedometer of a car displays a speed in mph or km/h, which stand for miles per hour or kilometers per hour respectively. Per, we can understand to mean over in the case of fractions, or divided by in terms of mathematical operations. That said, the meaning behind these units is simply how many miles or kilometers something will go if maintaining a certain speed for an hour. For example, if a car is moving at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour, then if the car drives for an hour, it will have traveled 60 miles. The nice thing about constant speed is that it scales. If you want to figure out how long it would take to travel 180 miles, you could just divide that distance into 60-mile sections, each of which would take 1 hour, for a total travel time of 3 hours. Or, if you want to figure out how far you would go in 20 minutes, you could divide that hour into 20-minute segments, each of which is a third of an hour, and figure out that you travel a third of that 60 miles. In reality, then, there are infinite ways to express the speed of 60 miles per hour, whether it's 180 miles per 3 hours, 20 miles per 20 minutes, or even 88 feet per second. If we graph the distance traveled by a car moving at 60 miles per hour over time, we get a very simple picture. Marking the distances of 60 miles at 1 hour, 120 miles at 2 hours, and so on, a pattern begins to form, with those points perfectly creating a straight line. By comparing this graph to that of a car moving at 80 miles per hour or another moving at 30 miles per hour, we see that the steepness of our line relates directly to the speed. A steeper line represents a higher speed, and a flatter line represents a lower speed.